Okay, so follows. The big win today is going to be not blocking your partner when you go backwards. This will be a little bit of a different action in tango, so scrap that. For today, we're just going to focus on doing this in waltz and foxtrot. So what we tend to do when we see kind of higher level dancing is we want to shape and we do it from our waist. And usually, as follow, we go backwards. So, Steve, can you show me some close chain steps, please? So I'm going to show bag first. Here's me shaping from the hip. And just do box steps. So, and you end up really calling him over on you. And then you're like, why is he on top of me? What's kind of your fault? So instead, we're going to make the fulcrum of our shape up high. Here, this rib is going to be my forward position. That's most forward of my body, and my knee, of course, not my hip. Okay? So I'll show what that looks like. We'll just do close change. So I'm framing him, and I'm just connecting up here, and I'm just connecting up here. Hopefully we can see that from the side. And then, Bert, would you mind being my model for foxtrot? I'm going to do the same thing whenever I go backwards in foxtrot. So I'm going to show kind of the common mistake here. Oh, and come over here, Bert. Thank you. Oh, I got such a big shape. 5, and let's do a prep. And 5, 6, 7, 8, slow, quick, slow, quick. And this is all sorts of heavy in his arm. I know you think you're shaping big, but it just gets real choppy. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to think about poking my ribs underneath of him. And I would recommend connecting the right rib, just so you don't end up on his side. So I don't want to do center. I don't want to do left rib. We're going to try and do right rib here. Okay? So 5, 6, 7, free the hip, so I'm making space with the hip, and I'm just connecting up here. If you see yourself in a video also, ladies, make sure you're not gapping away. That's an easy fix. So one more time, Bert. If I had gapping up here, if I can see air up here, Houston, we got a problem. Go ahead and do it. I'm gonna show bad, and it just ends up really choppy. So I don't want to let there be any air in between here and here when I'm going backwards. Final suggestion when you're going backwards follows, whether it's waltz or foxtrot, really any ballroom dance. Most of the time I'm going to turn in. The way we're built, when we go backwards, you're going to want to turn out. This is real efficient as one body. But that's all sorts of rocky and clunky on the floor and hard for him to lead you. He's too busy chasing you around. So when I go backwards, we're going to think turning in and rolling. Turning in and rolling and going backwards on one balance beam instead of 2 balance beams. I know if you're doing closed changes, the book would say like step side. But in really more advanced dancing, so if you're a beginner, scrap what I'm saying, but for more advanced dancing, I'm going to think one line. And my trick doing that one line, you really can't do one line if you've got turn out in the back foot. This is 2 lines. And you end up blocking him quite a bit, and I really want to invite him to feel free to go big. And if I do this, and this, it's going to invite him to sail down the floor. Certainly this day and age, your flight and inviting him to go big is going to get you a lot of marks on the comp floor, especially in those early rounds. Like if you're at Blackpool just trying to stand out with hundreds of couples, it's just being seen. And the more flight you have, the more laps you get, the more they just see your number. So you're going to increase your callbacks by quite a bit just with good flight, even if the top line stinks. Not that you should scrap the top line, but if you have to prioritize in those first rounds, I would recommend just going for the flight. So, should help.